Adesanya moving up to Blachowicz has gotten a little bit more interesting, okay? Now, the reason we ended up here in the first place is because Robert Whittaker had made a comment of, I'm not stoked to fight him again. Robert Whittaker has come out and corrected that and said you took 5 words out of an interview I did that had 500 words, and therefore you're taking it out of context. I was sharing with you and paying some due to the champion of just how good he is. Make no mistake, whether I'm excited about it or not, whether I'm stoked or not, I want that fight. To prove my point, I'll go up to 205 to fight him. I want to right that wrong. I want to fight him. So, okay, great. Whittaker, very sorry this happened. Sorry there was a misunderstanding, but I have to tell that part of the story because that is how we got here. You then have Costa largely saying the same thing of, look, the only guy I want to fight is Adesanya. So if I got to go to 205, I'm sharing this with you because what do you do with Adesanya's 85-pound belt, and when do you do it? If Adesanya is to go up to 205 pounds, to take on Blachowicz, of which Adesanya, as I sit here today, is a 2.5 to 1 favorite. And if we're moving him there for the longer-term play of bringing Jones back and having the Jones-Adesanya super fight, biggest fight the entire industry can make right now. There is no bigger fight. In the absence of the St. Pierre versus Khabib dream, that is the biggest fight the sport can make. So if that is what we're doing, then we do understand and know that at some point Adesanya will be stripped. However, if we strip Adesanya now, you lose your poster. I mean, you lose your marketing. It's no longer champ. It's just Adesanya going up against the champ. How important is that? I don't know. I can only tell you history. Historically speaking, when you have an opportunity to do champ, you do it champ. You strip the guy after the fact. I mean, they even did that to Conor McGregor at 145 pounds. I bring Conor in, he's the first guy to do it. I bring Conor in, so when you look at that, the only person that has not had that happen to him was Amanda Nunes, but guys, that's totally different. That's apples to oranges. Right? Just in the bodies, just in the parity, just in the divisions, just in the depth alone. And I'm not taking a knock at the women and saying there's not a lot of good qualified women. I'm saying there's not a lot in the field. So for her to cover the spread and go up and down, okay, it's not the same. So at what point do you take Adesanya's belt? I'll answer the question. I'm telling you the answer now, not until after he's done with Blachowicz. And the other side of the coin, yes, in all fairness, the odds makers could have it wrong. You may not think of Blachowicz as a star. Make no mistake, Blachowicz will knock your freaking lights out. He's the world champion for a reason. He's the best in the world in the weight class. Izzy is just now in the weight class too. So now those boys have to figure it out. But you see why this is done after the fact. It isn't done after the fact just to feather the nest for the fall should Adesanya come up short so that he can slide back down, be an 85-pounder, say, hey, I bit off a little bit more than I could chew there. It's not just for that. You would also lose a lot of your hype and your buildup. You would lose an opportunity to do a champion versus champion if you do it early. They certainly can. I'm just predicting for you that they won't, and I'm sharing with you why.